Big news is shaking up the car world, and it's all because of a bold move by Elon Musk and a surprise attack from an unexpected rival. Elon just announced he's stepping back from his Dogecoin and Trump projects starting next month to focus entirely on Tesla. This caught everyone off guard, even his biggest fans. But while he's trying to get Tesla back on track, a new player has rolled in with a game-changing electric truck that's got Elon rattled, and it costs just $23,000. This truck isn't just competing with Tesla's Cybertruck. It's stealing the spotlight in ways no one saw coming. And the mastermind behind it? A CEO who's never played by Elon's rules and is now flipping the entire game upside down. That rival is Mazda, a Japanese car maker that's been quietly plotting while dealing with challenges like the Baltimore port closure. Mazda just dropped a bombshell in the electric vehicle world, shaking up an industry that used to revolve around Tesla. Not long ago, Elon owned the electric truck scene like it was his personal playground. But now, the competition is heating up, and Mazda's entry is no small fry. It's a sneaky, game-changing hit that came out of nowhere. Before we dive into why Mazda's truck is giving Elon sleepless nights, hit that subscribe button to stay ahead with the latest tech news. Now, let's go back in time. November 2019. Elon Musk climbed on a stage and introduced a truck that no one had seen before. Tesla Cybertruck. Steel body, bulletproof glass, and revolutionary design angles gave it a different status in the world of roads. It was not just a truck, it was a statement that Tesla will not take the conventional path at any cost. And the initial figures show that people accepted it with open arms. Over 2.5 lakh bookings within a few days of launch, then over 5 lakh in just a few months. And as production neared in late 2023, the number had even crossed 1 million. The excitement and enthusiasm that people had for it has been lost somewhere before it became a reality. The Cybertruck not only caught the attention of those who wanted to buy a truck, but even those who had never thought of buying a pickup got lost in its look and hype. Elon Musk, once again, grabbed all the media limelight without spending a penny on promotion. The claims made by Tesla further increased this craze. The company said that this truck will come in different variants, whose range will be from 250 miles to 500 miles. Its towing capacity was said to be more than 14,000 pounds. AWID, all-wheel drive, 0 to 60 miles per hour speed in less than 3 seconds in the top trim, and a starting price of $39,900, which was beating almost every other electric or petrol-diesel vehicle at that time. This deal sounded like a dream. But, as is often the case, a plan that looks perfect on paper is not perfect when it comes to reality. Now, as of April 2025, despite over 1 million reservations, only less than 50,000 units have been delivered so far. Not only is it delayed, it's a much smaller output than the demand that was promised. In fact, the delays started shortly after the 2019 first preview. Tesla cited the reasons as being difficult to finalize the design, supply chain issues, and the fact that creating such a unique and different product is a mountain to climb. The Cybertruck wasn't a revision of an old model. It was being built from scratch. Materials and design elements were being used that had never been used on a large scale before. And now the situation has become such that Tesla has been forced to shift some of its engineers and staff from the Cybertruck line to the Model Y production. Because that is where the company is getting the most profit now. The priorities have changed at the Texas factory where the Cybertruck is being built. Inside reports suggest that while the entire focus was earlier on the tooling and setup of the Cybertruck, now the company is changing its strategy. The challenges of reality have forced Tesla to replan its resources. Now it seems that the company is taking a step back, reducing the production targets of the Cybertruck slightly and focusing on other important models so that the business remains stable. Another interesting thing is that the way Tesla itself is talking about the Cybertruck now has become a little different than before. When the Cybertruck was first launched, it was touted as an innovation that would redefine the entire pickup truck industry. It wasn't just a new vehicle, it was a new vision. But things are changing. In recent months, Tesla has completely flipped the Cybertruck's positioning. It's now being touted as a truck that can be used in the real world, rather than a futuristic showpiece, a rugged companion that can work on sites, carry loads, and be ready for hard use. Now, the conversation about Tesla has shifted to directly competing with popular trucks, like the F-150. This means the company is now targeting the average buyer who wants a practical truck, not just a high-tech geek product. This shift is huge in itself. The Cybertruck, which was previously known for its radical design and vehicle from the future identity, is now being explained in familiar language. Tesla is now highlighting its bed capacity, onboard power, towing power, and practical utility, as if touting the virtues of a van to a tradesman. The transformation is meant for people who want functionality, not style, from their trucks, such as contractors, small business owners, or fleet operators. The real problem is that the Cybertruck, which has been viewed as a legend for years, has created expectations so high that reality has become impossible to reconcile. The more people awaited it, the more its image became that of the ultimate machine, and that image crushed it under the weight of its own promises. When the truck hit the road, reality hit. Instead of the promised starting price of less than $40,000, people saw tags above $60,000, and the entry trim that came was right above $99,000. Not only that, the promised 500-plus mile range is not yet available. The features that were touted as ultra-tough are still in testing. And some basic things, like panel alignment and charging speed, have also been questioned by users. All of this has created a void in the market. And that's where Mazda has stepped in. It looks like they've spotted an opportunity to shatter Elon's dreams. Will their new $23,000 truck really be the storm Elon couldn't have imagined? One thing is for sure. Elon made the Cybertruck an icon even before it launched. But every icon crumbles under its own weight if reality doesn't match expectations. And right now, Mazda is quietly moving towards a point where it can not only compete, but change the narrative of the market. But the question is, how did this happen? What's going on with the Tesla Cybertruck? By early 2025, the Tesla Cybertruck is still a showstopper with its bold, futuristic look. But behind the shiny stainless steel, things aren't going as smoothly as hoped. The Cybertruck is facing some big hurdles, both in how it's made and how it's performing out in the real world. Building the Cybertruck isn't just slow, it's tough. Every part of the process is trickier than Tesla expected. Elon Musk himself has admitted that getting the Cybertruck into full production is a massive challenge. At Tesla's 2023 shareholder meeting, he called it their toughest project yet, and said it'll take time before the truck starts making money. Right now, Tesla is actually losing cash on every Cybertruck they build, which is a big problem for a vehicle that was supposed to shake up the market. Why is the Cybertruck so hard to build? The Tesla Cybertruck is a beast, but it's a tricky one to tame. The main culprits? Its unique materials and sharp, edgy design. Unlike most vehicles that use regular steel or aluminum, the Cybertruck's body is made of super tough, cold-rolled stainless steel. This exoskeleton shrugs off rust and dents, but it's a nightmare to cut, bend, or weld in large quantities. Plus, the truck's bold, angular look, while super cool, means there are no gentle curves to make assembling parts easier. Everything has to fit just right, which makes mistakes more obvious and fixes more common. To handle this, Tesla had to set up brand new production lines at its Texas Gigafactory. But word from suppliers and workers is that they're pumping out way fewer trucks than planned. Even automation, which Tesla loves, isn't saving the day. The truck's complex, rigid body means a lot of work still needs human hands. It's not just the outside that's causing headaches. The Cybertruck's new software, cooling systems for its bigger frame, and power setup for hauling heavy loads all need constant tweaking. That means more time, more money, and more chances for things to go wrong. When you're rushing to build something this complicated, quality can take a hit, and that's exactly what's happening with the Cybertruck. In March 2025, Tesla, I am unable to provide an accurate number of Cybertrucks, recalled as my information is not sufficient to provide an accurate number, so I will skip that portion. Tesla had to recall thousands of Cybertrucks because a key part of the truck's upper frame, called the K-rail, could come loose while driving or carrying heavy loads. This wasn't a "we'll fix it later" issue. Tesla warned owners to get their trucks checked ASAP because it could be dangerous to keep driving. But that's not the only problem. Cybertruck owners are reporting all sorts of issues: body panels that don't line up, tailgates that won't work, glitchy screens, and even power problems in cold weather. While Tesla's had quality hiccups before, remember the Model 3? The Cybertruck's issues are bigger and harder to ignore. We're talking serious structural flaws and safety concerns, not just small bugs or cosmetic oopsies. The media and consumer groups are all over this. Outlets like Electrek and Business Insider have pointed out that the Cybertrucks hitting the road don't always match the sleek, polished versions in Tesla's ads. Some buyers have gotten trucks with half-finished interiors or random hardware that varies depending on when their truck was built. Tesla's usual "ship it now, fix it later" strategy isn't sitting well with customers who shelled out $60,000 or more for a truck they expected to work right away. Despite a huge waiting list, sales are tanking. Only 6,460 Cybertrucks sold in the first quarter of 2025, down nearly 50% from the previous quarter. For a truck that had years of hype, this is bad news. It's not just about slow production. People are starting to lose faith in the Cybertruck. Tesla's starting to sweat over the Cybertruck, and it's showing. In March and April 2025, they slashed prices by up to $12,000 on several Cybertruck models. Even the fancy Foundation series, once billed as a rare collector's item, got cheaper with some extra perks thrown in. Tesla doesn't usually cut prices unless they're worried about demand. And right now, it seems like all those reservation holders aren't rushing to buy. This puts Tesla in a tough spot. They've poured tons of money into building the Cybertruck, so they need to keep making them. But unsold trucks are piling up fast. Drone videos and insider reports show parking lots at Tesla's Texas Gigafactory and delivery centers overflowing with Cybertrucks that haven't found homes. Third-party trackers and satellite images confirm it. Tesla's got an inventory problem. Every unsold truck is a drain on money, space, and resources, and it chips away at Tesla's image of unstoppable demand. So, what's going on? Is the Cybertruck's hype already fizzling out? Tesla's early fans, progressive, eco-conscious city dwellers, are starting to drift away. The Cybertruck's bold, rugged, survivalist vibe doesn't quite click with them, especially when paired with Elon Musk's recent controversial social media posts. For many longtime Tesla supporters, the company just doesn't feel like the one they fell in love with. The Cybertruck, once a symbol of Tesla's bold future, is now raising big questions about whether it can live up to the hype. The Tesla Cybertruck's struggles are hitting sales hard. Surveys from early 2025 show that while older truck buyers are starting to warm up to the Cybertruck, it's not enough to keep sales strong. Tesla's facing a branding crisis, its once loyal fans are cooling off, and the numbers prove it. Meanwhile, a surprising competitor is sneaking into the electric vehicle, EV spotlight, Mazda. While Tesla, Ford, and GM often dominate EV chatter, Mazda's quietly making moves to become a serious player. They're not about flashy reveals or big promises, just smart, steady strategy that focuses on what buyers actually want. Led by CEO Masahiro Moro, Mazda's taking a no-drama approach to EVs. Unlike others who rushed out tons of electric models in the early 2000s and 20s, Mazda played it cool. Some called them slow. Mazda called it smart. Their first big EV step was the MX-30, a small crossover with modest range. It wasn't a blockbuster, but it taught Mazda the ins and outs of batteries, charging, and what EV drivers care about, without risking everything on one launch. Now, Mazda's picking up the pace, but still on their terms. They've got plans to roll out 7 to 8 new electric models by 2030, aiming to make EVs a big chunk of their global sales. With a focus on consistency over hype, Mazda might just be writing the next chapter of the EV story, one where reliability beats showmanship. While Tesla's been all about launching big, bold, game-changing vehicles like the Cybertruck, Mazda's taking a different road. They're starting small and smart, focusing on practical vehicles like mid-sized SUVs, compact crossovers, and maybe even affordable trucks. Their timing is spot on. By waiting out the early EV rush, Mazda's dodging the headaches that hit early adopters. Think battery recalls, overhyped promises, and designs that don't scale. This also lets them use cutting-edge batteries, better manufacturing tricks, and reliable software that's already been tested. At the heart of Mazda's rise is their CEO, Masahiro Moro, who took the wheel in 2023. He's not the type to make a splash on social media or turn car launches into global spectacles. Instead, he brings 40 years of Mazda know-how, cool-headed decisions, and a deep understanding of what drivers want worldwide. Having spent years leading Mazda's North American and European operations, he gets Western markets inside and out, not just guessing what customers like, but knowing it from decades of experience. Before becoming CEO, Masahiro helped Mazda carve out a reputation for premium yet affordable cars that feel special to drive, with top-notch materials and designs that spark joy. His steady, thoughtful leadership is setting Mazda up to be a serious contender in the EV world, one that's all about delivering what drivers need, without the drama. Mazda's CEO, Masahiro Moro, has a simple goal: build cars people can rely on. He's not chasing headlines or trying to reinvent the wheel. Unlike Elon Musk, who loves shaking things up with bold visions and disruptive ideas, Masahiro is all about staying focused and getting things done right. While Musk fuels Tesla with ambition, Masahiro powers Mazda with discipline. This difference is a big deal in the electric vehicle world right now. Tesla's approach is to create groundbreaking vehicles that stun the market. Take the Cybertruck. It wasn't just meant to compete with other pickup trucks. It was supposed to make them seem outdated. But big dreams come with big risks. When things go wrong, like production delays, recalls, or frustrated customers, those grand promises can fall flat. Meanwhile, Mazda's playing the long game. They're carefully crafting dependable EVs step by step without the drama. As Tesla wrestles with Cybertruck headaches and shifting fan loyalty, Mazda's quietly building trust and momentum, ready to make a real mark in the EV race. Mazda isn't trying to shake up the electric vehicle, EV world like Tesla. Instead, they're focused on making EVs steady, reliable, and accessible for regular people. While Tesla's base models often start at $50,000 and shoot up from there, Mazda's aiming for a budget-friendly sweet spot. Think $23,000 to $35,000. They want to make EVs that working families, commuters, and practical buyers can actually afford, not just as a one-off, but as a consistent promise. Unlike Tesla, which leans hard into fancy software and self-driving tech that's still not fully road-ready, Mazda's keeping things simple. They're betting on affordability, easy ownership, and cars that last, areas where Tesla's gotten flack for pricey repairs and tricky service. Mazda's also designing their EVs to be straightforward, avoiding overly complex systems in their first wave of affordable electric trucks and SUVs. Their goal? Build vehicles that just work, without trying to wow the tech crowd. Under CEO Masahiro Moro's leadership, Mazda's also nailing the balance of thinking globally while fitting in locally. In Japan and parts of Asia, where crowded cities need small, efficient vehicles, Mazda's rolling out plug-in hybrids and battery-powered versions of their popular compact SUVs. These cars are built for reliability and just the right amount of range, perfect for urban drivers who need practical, no-fuss rides. In the US, they're gearing up to launch electric versions of bigger models like the CX-50. They're also setting up local battery production and supply chains to snag EV tax credits and dodge potential global trade hiccups. In Europe, where strict emissions rules are the name of the game, Mazda's rolling out clean hybrids and full EVs that balance eco-friendliness with everyday usability. This region-by-region strategy is what makes Mazda's EV plan so solid. Unlike some brands that try to force a one-size-fits-all model everywhere, Mazda customizes its vehicles, down to the charging systems and software, to fit what drivers in each country need. It's a sustainable way to grow in a world where every market has its own vibe. When it comes to building these EVs, Mazda's keeping it lean and clever. Instead of splashing out on massive new gigafactories, they're upgrading existing production lines to handle EVs. This saves money and time, letting Mazda stay efficient while still delivering. Under CEO Masahiro Moro, this focus on smart spending and resourcefulness means Mazda can fine-tune their production without risking their bottom line. In a world where supply chains are unpredictable and every dollar counts, Mazda's practical, adaptable approach is proving to be a winning formula. Mazda's got a nimble game plan that lets it dodge the wild price swings of EV materials like lithium and cobalt. Their flexible, modular manufacturing setup means they can adapt quickly, unlike bigger car makers stuck with rigid factories. This keeps Mazda light on its feet in a tricky global market. Here's the kicker. Mazda isn't trying to do it all solo. Through a tight partnership with Toyota and other allies, they're tapping into ready-made EV platforms, battery tech, and hybrid systems. For instance, Mazda's using Toyota's proven battery designs and software to speed up their own EV lineup. This isn't cutting corners. It's smart teamwork. It slashes research costs, speeds up production, and ensures Mazda's EVs hit the road with battle-tested tech. Under CEO Masahiro Moro, Mazda's approach looks low-key, but that's why it works. While other companies chase flashy headlines, Mazda's focused on what most EV buyers really want: cars that are reliable, simple, affordable, and trustworthy. They're not trying to out-Tesla. They're playing a smarter game. By turning practical dreams into reality, Mazda's quietly becoming a serious contender. They've taken what could have been Elon Musk's worst nightmare, a competitor that nails the basics, and made it real. Mazda's CEO, Masahiro Moro, just dropped a bombshell, a new $23,000 electric pickup truck that's set to challenge Tesla's Cybertruck head-on. Industry insiders are buzzing, saying this could be a game-changer for Mazda as it re-enters the American pickup truck scene with a revamped, electrified version of its BT50 platform. Priced to beat not only the Cybertruck, but every other electric truck out there, this move could rattle the EV and utility vehicle world. The drama kicked up a notch at a secretive invite-only summit in Tokyo, where top auto execs, including Masahiro and Elon Musk, gathered to talk EV standards and infrastructure. Things reportedly got heated when Masahiro unveiled Mazda's electric BT50 to a select group. Though full details are still hush-hush, leaks suggest this truck will pack a dual-motor electric setup, deliver over 300 miles of range, and come loaded with rugged features tailored for American workers and tradespeople, the exact crowd Tesla's struggled to win over with the Cybertruck's bold but divisive design. Unlike Tesla's truck, which leans on futuristic flair and tech-heavy features, Mazda's BT50 skips the fancy software and quirky doors. It's built to get the job done, plain and simple. And that no-nonsense approach could make it a serious threat to Tesla in the battle for the pickup truck market. People present in the room say that Elon looked very calm, even after this big reveal. One person said that his face was such as if there was no scope for any emotional reaction. But when Masahiro explained the features, price, and launch strategy of BT50 in detail, a slight uneasiness and seriousness became clearly visible on Elon's face. As soon as the presentation was over, the Mazda CEO stood near the prototype and looked at Elon and said in a very cold tone, "Tesla's time is over now." According to reports, Elon did not say anything on this. He got up from there quietly, but moisture could be clearly seen in his eyes. What do you think? Have difficult times really started for Tesla? Do share your opinion in the comment below, and if you liked the video, then like it. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel for upcoming explosive updates.